start recording, intro, intro, learning how to scrape, learning how to scrape, learning how to scrape, do. Yeah, really important. Hi guys, I am Nuggenlock. There you are. This is scraping. It's pretty simple. It's blade, razor blade. Sometimes I use this other razor blade that I make. I keep it razor sharp myself. Always wear your glasses and eye protection. And so when you're getting right up close, you want to make sure you're not, cutting wood off of the neck. Just removing the... Here's this strange stuff here. It's another case of the polyurethane, I think. A lot of these things, I don't know, these cheap violins coming out of California and stuff are really cheap. This wood here, if I can if I'm right about this wood there, it looks like a wood from Brazil. My goodness. So scraping, we will use a... Oh man, these are chips coming off. I took off these, these old stickers for it was a student violin, and this fingerboard is really crapola, or really, I don't know what to say. Of this century frickin' violin is like really crappy what they're doing. I find they're not really following community standards. No, I'm just kidding. Violin making community standards have been around for hundreds of years. So like, there's certain things we don't do, And I don't know why they're using these polyurethanes and these like kind of, I guess it's technology. Hey, they're trying to get away with you doing it the quick way. Here I'm scraping. I'm actually peeling off this crap with my knife in a motion that I wouldn't normally do. Like, please don't at home if you're not used to it. This could chip off some of the wood. I don't want to chip off some of the wood, but seeing that the thickness of this of the layer is so freaking thick. I mean, Jesus, look at this. Look at the layer of whatever that is that they put on these cheap turn of the century violins. You'd think that technology would have got better, eh? No, guys. Everything's going downhill. Everything's getting cheaper. In the cheaper as in shittier, less quality. It looks like, or how to make things faster doesn't necessarily make them better, right? Oh God, I'm gonna on my videos I'm gonna say all the things my mom said and all the things Peter said and all the things that that the smart people I met that I retained from in my life. There's Gilles Lacombe. He was one of my luthier teachers. So often when I'm on the fly like this, I'll just start remembering those guys because they're the reason I do this. And they were there to show me, and I'm here to show you. And I'm making videos, and we didn't have that option in 1992. Well, we did, but it was really expensive. Making videos, you had to be a rich guy to have a video camera. Or you had to know a rich guy to use his. Okay, well, we almost got through here. This is the thick. The thick stuff seems to be I could just pop it right off like flaking. It's flaking off. That's the word I want to use. Flaking off the varnish. And, oh God, like coming along okay, this product, it's really, really, really bad product. If I was able to scrape an entire neck, in this video, it's been like I just did this right in front of you live, and it's only taken me like 5 minutes to do the entire neck. Or maybe not 5 minutes, but where are we at? Yeah, we're at 5 minutes. It's Yeah, I'm good with my timing. Yeah, for 5 minutes scrape a neck in 5 minutes, guys. You know that this freaking stuff is really bad. I like the fact that it's not taking too long actually because I don't know how much. What do you call it? This is actually for a child for Christmas, so we'll put as much attention that it needs in order for it to play well. Because one thing I think kids they want to learn something. If you give them the cheap version of what they want to learn, they'll probably put it down and not want to play, and give it up or whatever. And so everybody, buy your children really crappy computers. Just kidding. Yeah, no. Doing arts and crafts and music has got to be way better for you than computers and video games. That's what I try to tell my kids, and they still do computers and video games. And but they're whatchamacallit, um, they also like to dance, and they're pretty creative. And I'm not going to be the kind of forceful father, so kind of thing like, you must do what I do. I'm not going to be that kind of dad. Never was, never will be. But I'm making these videos just in case they get an interest in woodworking, and I don't know, or know people who might be interested in woodworking. Yeah, this is what my dad is doing. And well, scraping is such a pleasure when in even a better, higher quality violin, the scraping is your best friend. See here, it almost caught on the wood. I'm quick enough not to go for that. Oh my god, the video's pointing at the whole time. That's hilarious. So it is somewhat of a radio show. I wasn't even showing the scraping. That's hilarious. Okay, so the camera moved. I'm gonna find out later in the, in the video how much of this in the video is actually in there. Oh, I may end up editing it and just putting out a 3-minute video, a 2-minute video. So yeah, okay, this is scraping, guys, and this is a really cheap violin, so I'm allowing myself to go as quickly as I can. I'm not going to worry about it. I have a good radius planer after this. I didn't have to scrape the black off, but I did some of it. I wanted to see what kind of wood it is. I want to know what they're doing. I'm checking out these guys. They're making a lot of profit on real cheap stuff, and selling violins for $100, expecting people just throw them away because they don't work. So anyway, I'm looking at the wood they use. This is scraping motion there. Go lightly. You can almost let the weight of the blade do the work. So yeah, this I'm going ever so lightly because there's a dip in a violin. There's a dip here between here and here, and I don't want to take wood off. I just really want the paint coming off. Or this stain that's on there, and maybe I'll add a different kind of stain. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Put a different neck on there. I don't know. I got some nice ebony necks from Louis in the container. So you see that scraping, guys? Scraping. It's number one, really. Once you start learning about scraping and you actually get the hang of it, you get the gist of it, and it's working, and you see the magic of scraping. You'll hear it in almost all the pro violin films out there, because I'm not a violin maker. I'm just a luthier. I woodwork and I fix instruments. And I could probably make a violin, and I probably maybe will or never will. I don't think it matters. Maybe I prefer to play violins, and I'll repair them when I am asked, and there's a Christmas gift involved, or or a child who's interested in learning how to play. Um, Our mom wants her child to learn how to play. Do you have a have the violin? Well, yes, I do. So I'm gonna fix it up and send it like as if it was from Santa Claus. And I think that's how the whole world should actually work. Is a little more giving and a little bit less uh, selling. But I guess selling is important too, because yeah, I raised my kids selling flutes. Um, uh, I don't want to talk bad about anything, but the Etsy platform is not the best for the artist. I could say that at least. I know how to say that. My God, this stuff is just flaking right now. I'm not sure it's worth, you know. Yeah, it's a hard word. It's a hard wood. Hard enough, I guess, but there's a reason they put that this plastic flaking shit. There's a reason. It's cheap. It's probably it looks like glass when it's dry, but it's definitely not a quality product, as you could tell. Like the person who brought me this violin, I don't know, I don't know if it was humidity or something, but something made this whole thing flake off. And then you wonder, what the hell are these violins made out of these days? Just pick up the Two Tree book and make real violins, please. So I don't have to have such a hard time fixing them. It's actually not so hard. As what I mean is like this is gonna be if they were to use the proper wood, it would still be okay. But then instead they use a crappy wood, and they have to. I don't want to call wood crappy. I'm sorry. Pardon my language. They're using this exotic hardwood that maybe is cheaper than ebony and looks like some kind of wench from Brazil. Hey, oh, you talking about my girlfriend like that? A wench from Brazil, get it? Okay, yeah, it's a joke. Okay, enough with your jokes, man. Hey, what kind of accent was that? Oh no. Yeah, I am an actor. In fact, sometimes I even just tell people when they tell me I'm a good violin, I just tell them, "Oh, thanks. I'm just acting like I'm a violin player, not really a violin player, but then I do play violin." But anyways, I played in an orchestra once. Okay, well maybe the camera was not on the frickin' thing again. I'm gonna have to edit. Maybe I'll take the time to edit this on YouTube, because it'll be the first. Look at that. Okay, black stain. I got some. I took it off because I'm gonna repolish this right, and maybe even just leave it brown. I don't see any reason why I'd put black and stuff if it's smooth enough and I could protect it enough that the strings won't damage this kind of wood. And I don't see why it should be black, and I don't know, I'll talk to the customer. Customer is always right. So yeah, scraping, guys. Scraping is like absolutely so much fun. I don't even think I would be a luthier today if I wouldn't have learned about scraping. Scraping saved my violin. It saved a couple of my guitars. And sometimes even the guck here, like from the old stickers. If you just go back and forth with the razor blade, it won't damage the neck or the maple at all. It just really take off the sticky part. And there's also products, I guess, like that can also help. But me, I prefer scraping. It's pleasurable. Could have been a dentist. Could have been a dentist. I could have been a this. I could have been a that. I'm glad that I'm this. I'm glad that I'm that. I always like the great booty tree teacher was telling me, just do everything. Try everything. Or change up if you really want to know what. Oh, got a little scratch. That's okay. It's a really crappy violin. Really crappy quality varnish. Probably gonna redo that too. Hey, give your customers quality. Stop being cheap. Okay? No more cheapy. Okay? Thank you, guys. Uh, cheapy is like it's like going on. It's stalling. I think it has something to do with the stalled century. There's cheapy. Okay. Uh, so that'll be that for scrapping. For scrapping. Yeah, just scrap it, man. Throw it in the fucking. It's fucking gold. Throw it in the fire stove. Get naked. um, yeah, I'm gonna end up finishing this neck, and I'm guessing that the wood is not really violent wood. I'm guessing that these cheap violin makers, they're just trying to bang out a buck. They're trying to get a buck out of ya. Well, please don't buy cheap stuff, guys. Support your local violin maker. Yeah. Okay, well, love you guys. I'm going to use this as a practice video. I'm going to cut it all up. And I'm going to cut it all up and edit it and then put it back on as my first little, like, edited version. Here's some old glue, too. Sometimes you could scrape glue off, but, there's other ways. I like these glue busters these days. Whatever piece of wood here would have on a special violin, whatever piece of wood would have popped off here from the original violin, I would heat this, take this off, and put it back on the violin. But this is I think it's like a $2 violin. I think it's worth about 20 cents. So whoever's buying it for $2, definitely getting ripped off. Fuck, it's gonna cost me more to send the thing than it's worth. I'm just kidding. Okay, outro. Outro. Do. Outro. 1221. Outro. 1221.